So that's the city. It's 84.5 feet from this stack here. Maybe like 85 feet. So out from the house, I would guess it's probably like 70. So from the clean out and like the outside of the house. So um, this is 6-inch clay pipe. So that's where it joins up with the city. It's 6 inches clay. It looks pretty good. It looks really good.
At the city joint?
Yeah, everything. Yeah, the city looks good. And this pipe through here looks really good. It's solid. So there's about 10 feet of that, and then it transitions here to 4-inch. And that was a repair done at some point. That's PVC. So that's where the repair was done here.
Okay.
And that's at like 74 feet. So it's like, so there's pretty much 10 feet of pipe.
And that joint is still good?
Yep, 10 inches, 10 feet of 6-inch pipe. And they usually don't boot that joint. They usually just sleeve it in. Or there might be a boot, but you can't see it. So it may be booted, it may not. I don't see why they wouldn't boot it. So it's probably booted in there and joined. And so that looks good. That repair looks good. And then, so that's PVC there. There's roots coming in at that joint, which is unfortunate. So that'll, that has potential of having roots in the future,
Is it still PVC at this point?
Nope. So this is transite. This is probably what they put in when they put in the city for the first time.
Okay.
It's like a 50s and 60s building material that they use. Transite. It's kind of like fiberglass. And you can kind of see it's like, it's not the best building material. They seem to do okay, but it's old. It's old material. It's before they had PVC, so I wouldn't be able to tell you when they put it in, but it was probably in the 50s or 60s, maybe 70s. It actually looks pretty good for what it is. Until there. That's just a root blockage, but I'm not sure. That's what I was...
That's a big one, huh?
Yeah, so it's hard to tell what all is going on in there, because you can see this is transite, and right past it is transite too. And I'm a little worried about whatever that low spot is, because you can see how it kind of bottoms out when I go through there. So it's lower. It's like hard for me to get my camera through it. So I guess I just got lucky a couple times. So yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell, but it's like kind of bottomed out right there. Which might be why there's roots up there if they had it cleaned. A lot of times it'll go down into that cavity down there, and then since it drops down, it's not able to clean all the way at the top of the pipe because it's it's settling down. So I mean, it's hard to tell without cleaning it what's behind there. If that joint is messed up, you'd have to clean it and find it out. I mean, it should be cleaned anyways because it's threatening to back up with that many roots in it anyway. So what I would recommend is getting that spot cleaned and seeing what's behind it. So just to verify that it's not damaged, because it kind of looks like damage to me, how it drops down and there's a low spot right there.
Yeah.
So that's what I would recommend for that spot.
Yeah, it looks like it's blocking half of the pipe.
Yeah, there's a lot of roots in there, and if someone did come out here like a year ago, maybe they buzzed through it and they didn't rip all of them out. They look like they've been there for a while.
But the problem can just keep happening over and over again, right? Because there's a
Well, roots will find a way in. Once they find a way in, they're kind of gonna come in no matter what.
okay.
So yeah, that it will have to be maintenance. Either way, but I'd be more concerned about what's behind the roots, if there's
Okay.
solid pipe or if it's just a wide joint or, so that's that spot, and that's at about 53 feet. So that's in the yard. And this is a low spot through here. And that starts so it's low all the way to this spot, kinda. At least starting right there. So at 52 feet, going back. And low spots aren't the end of the world, but they're not ideal because that just puts more strain on the pipe, and it's more able for the pipe to settle if there's water in it. If there's any water getting out from this whole spot, so it's almost 10 feet long. If water is getting through that, that is like another cause for it to settle out. So any water that's dropping out the bottom of the pipe can make it settle out more. It's like a...
Kind of a road.
Huh?
A road away.
Right.
Foundation.
Right. Well, not the foundation, just the pipe itself. Because most likely all that's above... Well, yeah. There might be like a sidewalk or something, or like driveway or something above it, depending on where it is in the...
Yeah, probably go straight up the yard.
Yeah. So, and who knows why it's a low spot. They might have just put it in it. Like, it might have just been like that forever, or it might have settled out. Those are kind of the two things that happen. And for that, you'd have to dig it up, because we can't line. A liner would be able to seal the joint so no more water in that low spot gets out, but it's not really like the kind of repair we would recommend for a low spot like that. So through here, there's another joint with roots right here. Let me just wash this lens off. There's another spot for roots through there. Again, it's not unnatural to see roots like that, except for that one big blockage. That seemed a little excessive. I'm pretty sure this is still transite pipe. It just looks a little different, but it could be Orangeburg pipe, which would mean that you'd have to run the gamut for all the different building materials of sewers, because Orangeburg is kind of the last one. And it's basically kind of the same consistency of transite. Transite's like fiberglass, and Orangeburg is more like a wax paper. It's like applied wax paper. But either way, I would kind of rate those building materials. If it's transite or Orangeburg, I kind of rate them the same in terms of quality and like time, like when it was put in. They're about the same time that they used it, about the same time. So yeah, it's probably just transite. And then I saw one more thing on the push down. That's of note, but I don't think it's of concern. So yeah, there's the orange, whatever this material is, it doesn't look terrible through here. There's no cracking or really big offsets or anything like that. It's just a little low through here. So right when it exits the house. So there's another repair right here. So yeah, it looks like they repaired it. Let's see how far back they repaired it. Okay, so they repaired it.
Maybe a few feet, not even, right?
It's hard to say where they repaired that. So this is cast iron through here. And then it turns here, and then they repaired it with PVC right through here into the transite. So part of me thinks that this pipe might just come this way. This might be the final clean out, and it might just go out of the house on the side here.
Yeah, because I don't see anything going up.
Yeah, I didn't see any clean outs. And if there would be a clean out, generally unless the pipe went bad, like in the 70s, there would be no reason for them to put Orangeburger Transite inside the house. It would just be cast. So they did a repair right here. There's roots coming in right there. So, there's, at a minimum, there's going to be a maintenance thing where you're going to want to, every 1 or 2 years, clean it out to make sure there's no backup, just for the roots. And then I would also recommend that it gets cleaned out to see what's behind that one blockage by the low spot. So at a minimum, I'd do that just to verify that there's not like pipe missing from there. And
You guys clean sewers out then, or is that
Yep.
a different company? How much does something like that cost to do?
so it's $240. We charge $240 for it. I think I'm done with this. There is a clean out right there.
Oh, okay. So it's somewhere in the floor up there.
So that's all they did, I guess, is they put a clean out in. I don't know where it is though.
How far are you out?
5 feet, so maybe just right on the other side of that wall.
Oh, yeah.